Hello and welcome to a genteel black hole, the home of my bookish rambles. My name's Ali, and these are my April musts and maybes. So, since my reading is getting more structured this year than it used to be, it's time for another musts and maybes video. And let's start with the musts. My first scheduled read for April is The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula K. Le Guin. This is a sci-fi classic from 1969, and it's the fourth part of her Hainish series. I'm reading through the whole Hainish series this year, one book a month, in a group which is led by Gareth from Books, Songs and Other Magic. The first three books, I think, are kind of generally considered to be early Le Guin, and this is, I think, one of her first kind of really lauded works. It will be a reread for me, and I must say that when I first read it, I didn't love it unreservedly. However, the reading project with the group has, I think, kind of really primed me, and I feel like this time round might be the time when it clicks for me. At least I hope so. Anyway, the book is set on a planet called Winter, and it's about an envoy called Genli I, who works for the Ecumen, which is a sort of renamed, reformed version of the League of All Worlds from the earlier books. And he goes on a diplomatic mission to the planet of Winter. And the people of Winter are essentially gender neutral. They have no sex characteristics for most of their life, apart from when they enter their sort of mating phase. And when that happens, they could go either way. So people can be the father of one child and the mother of another. It's a really interesting and unique societal structure in this book, and yeah, Le Guin does some really interesting things regarding gender in this book. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to revisiting this and hopefully getting more out of it than I have before. But before that, do check out Gareth's channel, Books, Songs and Other Magic, because there are plans for a live group discussion of the first three books. So I'm hoping to take part in that. We'll see whether energy and time allow, but either way, yeah, definitely check that out. My other scheduled read for this month is another sci-fi classic by an author with the middle initial K. It's The Man in the High Castle by Philip K. Dick. This is a book from 1962, and it's completely new to me. I've never read it, never seen the TV series either, so all I really know about it is it's a sort of alternative history looking at what would have happened if the Axis powers had won the Second World War. America ruled by fascists. Can you imagine? But yeah, I recently reread Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep for the first time since my teens, and I really loved that, so I am eager to get my hands on some more Dick. Yes, I could rephrase that. Not going to, but I could. And The Man in the High Castle will be a buddy read with Mark from the Book Thing. This is part of his 50 Before 50 project, which I will put a link to in the description so you can see what that project is all about. But yeah, I really enjoyed a buddy read with Mark in January where we read some Flann O'Brien together, and dubbed the month Flanuary. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing some more buddy reading with Mark, and looking forward to reading some more Philip K. Dick. So now we come to the more nebulous half of the video. These aren't so much plans as possibilities. There are various reading events that happen on BookTube across the year, and I like to at least keep an eye on those and see if I can fit something in to work with those. This month it's People April. That's a reading event dedicated to books about real people, whether that's biographies, autobiographies, memoirs, diaries, letters, history, that sort of thing. So I have a couple of possibilities in mind for that. The first thing I have in mind, and honestly probably the most likely one, is John and Paul, A Love Story in Songs by Ian Leslie. This is a non-fiction book looking at John Lennon and Paul McCartney of the Beatles and how they kind of communicated with each other in sort of veiled ways through their songwriting. This was recommended by Vintage Stacie, and if you haven't seen Vintage Stacie's channel, I highly recommend it. She's quite new on BookTube and she's doing brilliant things. She reads a lot of stuff that I am already a fan of, but she also reads a lot of music biographies and stuff that I haven't read, I'm not familiar with, but you know, largely about artists that I really love, particularly the Beatles. So yeah, if you like that sort of thing, I highly recommend Stacie's channel. My other possibility for People April is this book that I've had on my shelf for a while now. It's Ivor Cutler, Life Beyond the Sitting Room by Bruce Lindsay. This is a biography of Ivor Cutler. If you've seen my banned books tag, then you'll know that I am a huge fan of Ivor Cutler. He's a massive influence on my songwriting, and a true eccentric. So I'd love to read more about his life. And when I heard an interview with Bruce Lindsay on a radio show a few years ago, I picked up this book. But as you can see, it's kind of a big hardback book. It's a little bit unwieldy, and for that reason, I just find myself never really wanting to pick it up. I did look for it as an ebook, but it doesn't appear to have been published in that format, so I had to get this. And yeah, it also hasn't been done as a paperback, I think. So yeah, I really want to read this, but just for purely kind of physical reasons, I haven't. And yeah, I might still not, but it's definitely kind of on the radar because yeah, People April would be a good time to read it. And I suppose the other thing that's on my radar to read this month is my next Discworld book. I've only read one Pratchett book this year so far, and I'm kind of itching to read some more. My next book in my Discworld read-through is Monstrous Regiment, and this feels like quite a good kind of companion piece to The Left Hand of Darkness. This is about a girl who joins the army disguised as a boy to try and find her missing brother, and gradually realizes that she may not be the only girl in the regiment. So just in terms of the kind of gender themes, yeah, it seems like a good companion piece to Left Hand of Darkness in a way. A much sillier and funnier companion, that is. But yeah, I hope I will have time for that. However, I do foresee my scheduled reads kind of taking quite a lot of time this month, and Monstrous Regiment is a fairly long book by Pratchett standards, so I think even if I do start it this month, it might kind of overlap into May. We'll see. So those are my April musts and maybes. I'd love to hear in the comments if you've read any of these books and what you think of them, and I'd also love to hear what you're planning to read this month, if anything. Or whatever else is on your mind. I'm always happy to hear from you. Anyway, that's about it from me today. I hope you're having a lovely day, and I will see you when I see you.